Dog owners and animal groups waiting to learn the status of some 55 dogs that were removed from a Chandler woman's home last Friday.
The dogs were found in bad health, deplorable conditions, and tonight the woman who said she was operating a rescue for dogs with special needs is behind bars. Fox 10's Nicole Garcia joins us live with more on what happens next for the animals. Nicole.
We have a really sad update. We just spoke with the Arizona Humane Society moments ago, and they tell us that 5 dogs that were seized from that Chandler home last Friday, 5 of them were in such bad shape they had to be put to sleep. They were euthanized because they were suffering so horribly. So there remains 50 dogs here that are being treated and looked at by veterinarians here at the Humane Society. They're being held on a 10-day mandatory hold because they're considered evidence in this criminal investigation. Meanwhile, dog owners and animal groups are frustrated and emotional trying to find out the status of their dogs. Chester and Rudy are 2 disabled dogs that Shira Scott Astroff took into her animal rehab center in California. But for the past 10 months, the dogs were under the care of 48-year-old April McLaughlin in Chandler, who is now facing 110 misdemeanor counts of animal abuse and animal cruelty.
It was like a dream when she reached out and said, you know what, I work from home now. My mom works from home. That's my neighbor. I'm really inspired by what you do, and I really want to take them in. For literally 2 years, we received videos and photos daily of the 4 of them living this dream life.
Fox 10 spoke with McLaughlin in 2019. Back then, she told us about the nonprofit rescue she was starting up.
I rescue special needs dogs because it's my passion.
This has been just a sick con from the start.
Astroff says her staff was led to believe that McLaughlin only had 4 dogs total at her Chandler house, which they were not allowed to visit.
She told us that her ex-husband was after her, trying to kill her. And so she was like, you know, I don't really let people come to my house, and I don't really want my face on film. I'm in hiding. I know how that feels to hide from a stalker, and, you know, none of us questioned it.
Chandler Police say the investigation is ongoing and the dogs will not be released to owners or other rescue groups until after a court hearing. A judge will then decide whether to relinquish the dogs to the custody of the Arizona Humane Society, which will then determine the dogs' owners and releases.
This is so emotional for so many people. Like, we had no idea our dogs were being held captive by this crazy person.
And we did speak with that owner, and she believes that her dog, Rudy, is one of the 5 dogs that had to be euthanized, originally seized from that house, but were recently put to sleep because they were just suffering so horribly. Again, there are 50 dogs now that are being held in this investigation. Meanwhile, April McLaughlin is also facing a felony count of vulnerable adult abuse because her disabled mom was also found inside that house. Now, the Arizona Humane Society is saying if people would like to help in this situation, they have over 1,100 animals across their shelters across the valley. So they're asking people to donate money to foster a pet or adopt a pet. Reporting live, I'm Nicole Garcia, Fox 10 News.